Did y'all miss me? What's up with y'all? Yeah. Hit that like button. I got to apologize to y'all right off top. Can y'all hear me? Everything good? Should have pulled it up on my, matter of fact, let me pull it up on my other phone. We ain't did a horizontal live stream in a moment, man. It's been what, 3-4 months? Long time. Long time. Let me see. Y'all hit that like button. Sheila, what's up with you? You sound good? All right. Is it a little delay? That's my boy saying it's a little delay, nigga. That might be your Wi-Fi, man. that might be your Wi-Fi. No delay? All right. For those of y'all that's been following me for a while, we're gonna spin the block one more time. I didn't really want to do this, to be honest with you, because we already did this before. Oh, damn it. I forgot to change the title. I'm gonna change the title while I'm on here. We did this before. This is all concerning Big U, and my experiences with him and my boy's experience. Right off top, like, I understand what's really going on right now. You're probably not gonna hear me on here talking about a lot of illegal stuff. I don't know no illegal stuff to be on here telling. I did hang with this guy for a year. You know, it was probably the darkest period of my life. You know, not because of him. And I'm gonna watch everything I say, because I know for a fact I've had friends that had court cases, and they do pull off YouTube videos and use it as evidence, right? If y'all saw the first live that we did about this is probably, you know, we might go a little bit more in depth, but it's gonna be very similar to that one, as far as like, you know, not really trying to put people in bad situations or say this person is better than that person or something like that. But I don't really let the comments get to me from videos. Go change the title of this. I don't let the comments get to me from videos. But man, I ain't gonna lie. From this particular video, it ain't really negative comments. It's like, what's the best way of putting it? It's like a combination of threatening and jealousy combined. let me get to the point. I've lived in Los Angeles longer than any other city in my life. And one thing I know about some LA folks, it's always outliers, but really the culture, they don't really like outsiders. They don't like people that's not from there. And one thing they definitely don't like, they don't like people that's not from there talking about LA. If they can presume that you're talking about LA, but they can presume that you're not from there or born there, they feel like, even if they ain't got nothing to do with fuck shit, even if they ain't met this motherfucker, they feel like A, they know more than you, and they feel like B, you shouldn't be able to talk that. It's real fucking goofy. It's real goofy. The truth of the matter is, no, I didn't sell no weed with this dude. No, I wasn't no dealer to this dude. The truth of the matter is, Big U, I'm gonna say about a year out of my life, the nigga was damn near my best friend. I was with him 5 days out of 7 days. I had a falling out with him at the end of it, and that is what it is. And I took off. That Big U was a necessary evil in my life. Period. I'm not calling him evil. I'm just saying I needed that period in my life because I had a period where it's like, okay, you coming out to LA to act and shit like that, and do all kind of entertainment shit. What the fuck is you doing below Adams? Dime blocking shit like that. And I had a barber named Sean from Headmaster. Shout out to Sean. That nigga ended up stealing some money from me, but see, the problem was I was homeless. And then I got to doing street shit, and niggas was strong arming me and jumping me and all that. And it's like, niggas working together. But then when the money come, it's a different story. All that stopped when I ran into Big U. You see what I'm saying? So he was a necessary evil. You know what I mean? I had money all around that city. At one point, it was like I had like maybe $12,000 that I needed to collect on. You know what I mean? This ain't had nothing to do with Big U. This was shit that I was doing. All right. This was shit that I had learned how to do, and like schemes and shit like that. And I got real good at it. But LA niggas was like, knowing that I wasn't from out there and knowing I wasn't from no gang, like niggas was cheating me. You see what I'm saying? So, and it got to the point where I was homeless. So I wasn't getting bullied because, this guy's gonna come on here and talk, but I ain't never been no weak dude. I ain't never been nobody scared to fight. It's just niggas ain't want to fight me one of them. You see what I'm saying? Niggas would act like they my friend and do business with me. And then when it's time to collect, all of a sudden I'm around a whole bunch of other niggas. And it's like, what is this? I just came to get my money and I'm getting jumped. And the stupid thing that I was trying to do is I was trying to change LA culture on my own. And you're not going to change your culture on your own. You know what I mean? You'll find a nigga here and there that'll be like, all right, what's up with the fair one and some shit like that. But most of them niggas is not going to give you a fair one. Especially if you're the one that's offering a fair one. They're going to figure out, okay, this nigga must know how to fight. He offer fair. They're not giving you no fair one. If anything it was really a period of 5 years in between when I met Big U that I was just doing stupid street shit. You know what I'm saying? All LA shit, like gang shit and all that. And one thing that I learned, you ask me anything I learned from that period is you're not getting a fair one. You could try to shame a nigga. You can get mad at a nigga. You can cuss a nigga out. Oh, you ain't do the fair one and all that. They're not gonna give you a fair one. And it is what it is. So getting back to the point, all that stopped when I met Big U. All that stopped. Always had money in my pocket. You know what I mean? Was driving this nigga everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it was a period of a year where, that nigga was like my best friend. Like my best friend. I learned a lot from him. You know what I mean? The nigga is highly intelligent. Highly intelligent. I realized the Big U that we see now is not the Big U that I was running with, but I'll get to that in a minute. But there's a lot of negative shit that came out of this. One thing that came out of this, those of y'all that's been following me for a while, I talk very bad about gangs. I cannot stand gangs. I can't. And I know I done said some wild shit. Hold on, feature Nipsey Hussle, A and R. Okay, there we go. I've said a lot of wild shit about gangs. I have no respect for gangs. I've said shit that, yeah, I know something bad can happen to me. I know something bad can happen to me, right? And this nigga's stupid. I gotta take it backstage. This nigga's stupid. I know something bad can happen to me about some of this shit that I said about gangs. And you know what? I don't give a fuck. That's the hill I'm willing to die on, because it's also something else I realized coming out of this shit about gangs, right? Not necessarily big, just gangs, period, right? There's no way that you can love black people and love gangs. Anybody tell you that you can do both of them is a fucking lie. You can't love both of them, And for those of y'all that's been following me, I love black people. I'm ADOS, FBA, or whatever the fuck. My family, our roots go back to like early 1800s in America. But I like black people from all over the world. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't no different than another ADOS or FBA dude acting wild. You got to check him. The same thing goes for, what people want to call tethers or whatever the fuck. Sometimes they need to be checked. But I love black people, right? And ain't nobody gonna stop that. Ain't no gang gonna stop that. Ain't no acronym gonna stop that. Ain't no 50-year-old gonna stop that. Ain't no 30-year-old gonna stop that. I love black people. You see what I'm saying? And that's just me. Once I learned that about myself, I had to get out of LA. And I don't give a fuck about gangs. I don't give a fuck about gangs, But anyway, let me get to the point. Let me get my guest on here. I met Big U with this dude that I'm about to bring up here right now. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm gonna show y'all some stuff. Let me show y'all some stuff. Let me put this picture up. Hold on, Prosper. I'm gonna give you the proper introduction. Trying to find the right picture to put up. This nigga on so many pictures. I ain't even know using the picture with Dave Dash. I didn't even see that. Man. Why don't I just use the picture that I had? Yeah, I'll just use this one. I'll use that. 09. Image from. Okay, here we go. All right, this right here, the dude in the middle, I'm about to bring up. His name is Prosper, right? I don't know, he might change it to something else. For I'm gonna go out to LA very soon, some point this year, shoot a video with him. I lived with him for a period of time. Like I had 5 years where I was like homeless in LA, struggling actor. I lived in Nickerson Gardens with him for about a year. I lived in Nickerson Gardens. This guy's like family. I took him to Buffalo to meet my family out there. We done been to Harlem, New York together. We went to New York together. This is my boy. You know what I mean? I met Big U through this guy. And the way I met him is, one thing about this dude that I'm about to bring up, out of all the LA niggas that I've met, this nigga's a real hustler. I've been knowing this nigga more than half my life. I don't even remember when I met him. I don't. I was thinking about that the other day. Like, when did I meet Prosper? I know I gave him the name Prosper because the nigga was hustling. And I can say even to this day, he probably one of the biggest LA hustlers I ever met. This nigga, however way he did it, he put himself in a lot of circles, right? And I got to give, we don't dwell on the negative. Me and this nigga fell out for a period of time, all that shit in the past. But a lot of great things happened for me because of him. You know what I mean? Through somebody I met through him, I got a job for BET, right? But this nigga was always getting in different circles, meeting different people. And one time I pulled up on him and he was with a dude that y'all know as Nipsey. Now, at this time, like when I knew Nipsey and when all this shit was going down, it wasn't a Nipsey y'all know. It wasn't like, oh shit, this nigga with Nipsey. Nah, it's some skinny, tall African nigga that rap. At that time, I was like the best rapper over in that area. You know what I mean? So when this nigga had him, it was like, it's just another nigga that rap. Real talk, right? So He was with Nipsey. From there and from hanging with him and Nipsey, I ran into Big U. The moment that I ran into Big U, I'll talk about that later, but Big U didn't really want me hanging with him and Nipsey. So Big U kind of like split me and them up. Do I have pictures with Big U? No, because I 100% got to find out who he was. First of all, the exact year this was 06 and 07, right? I'm 41 years old. Just so y'all don't know. You see the grays, right? 41 years old. This was when I was in like my early 20s, right? And he didn't want me hanging with them. He split us up on some shit like that. I didn't know it. I didn't know that was what was going on. He probably didn't know that what was going on. But later on, we talked and we sort of figured that out. But I'm gonna keep it a bean with y'all. Between me and him, we had the front row seat between what happened with Big U and Nipsey. And what I mean by that is, like, I was with Big U when he was getting Nipsey's deal. Like, I was with him when he went to Capitol Records. And there's one thing I could say, Big U went out of his way to get Nipsey a deal. Now, some shit happened in between all of that, and maybe Prosper can talk about it, because I'm going to say after about a year, and at that point, I got out of there, and I left with my life. I saw what was going on, and my barber was the one that was really like, dude, these niggas going to kill you. Because, like, even if I turned 6-0, they was going to kill me. I'm almost 100% sure that they was going to kill me. And that's what's leading me to do this live stream. For those of y'all, this may not seem like, you know, this is like a news story for y'all. But all my LA friends know, when this shit happened, when I seen this FBA shit, this was the first nigga I called. This was the first nigga I called. And my feelings about this are mixed. I'm still processing this on some real shit. What I mean by that is everything ain't go gravy between me and Big U, but he was a necessary evil. I wasn't getting strong arm anymore. I had like $12,000 out on the streets. I got all that back. Now, did I get the $12,000? No, Big U took most of that. But just for the satisfaction of seeing some bitch ass Cali niggas that robbed me bow down and give me my motherfucking money, it was worth it. It was worth it. And I don't think all negative about Big U. I don't. You tell me I do some shit with somebody and we supposed to get $5,000, and I go to get my money, and a nigga turn the tables and take the whole $5,000 and run off with it. And then I see the same nigga in the Beverly Center with Big U, right? And where my money at, nigga? Oh man, I ain't really got it right now. And then this nigga say, well, that's my money. All right, follow me to the trunk. Give a nigga his bread. You see what I'm saying? That was worth it. That was worth it. And I'm not gonna talk negative about Big U on here. You know, like I told y'all, some bad shit happened between us. I ain't talking about none of this shit that he did. I did some shit on my own that he ain't had nothing to do with. You know what I'm saying? But real talk, I was homeless, and the nigga looked out for me. He did. He looked out for me. As far as his charity, I saw some of his charity shit. Man, let me add my boy on here. Anyway, let me bring my boy on here. Enough of the what's up with you, dogs?
What's the deal, my guy? Much respect, King. Much respect.
Yeah, you turn Rasta on me, man.
Respect, you know what?
Where you at now?
I mean, I'm out in Cali.
You in the Nickersons?
Nah, I'm in Ontario Ranch, man. In the cut, like a germ. You dig?
I see what's up. So what's going on with you, man? Let me ask you this. What was the first thing you thought of when you seen that FBI indictment? Like, what did you? Because when I saw that, I hit you up right.
The time has came. The time has came. You feel me? Like,
but why you say this nigga said the time has came?
There's too much talking. There's too much talking on the podcast, bro. Too many. There's a lot of
my nigga. Where? That's another thing I just don't understand.
Yeah, too much talking.
I just don't. You want to know what's so crazy? I'm glad you brought that up, because you want to know what's so crazy about that. When I saw these other niggas, obviously they started running with Big U like after I did, right? Because it's one thing I noticed about this whole thing. Like, I met the nigga when he had just got out of jail, so he was on different time than what he is on now. And I'm gonna say this: the big you that I met as comparison.
He was smoother now. Back when he got out, that nigga was on some.
Yes, there you go. There you go,
nigga.
The nigga, because did you see the documentary I did?
Yeah, I watched it. Hell yeah.
One thing I learned through making that documentary is that he changed. And what I mean by that is, because I realized, I'm like, okay, so this nigga got more money than he ever had. You know what I'm saying? Christ. So he was like smiling. You could tell he was more joyful. When I met him, you know what I mean? I guess we could say when we met him.
That bottle down here?
And he had just got out of jail. He was on different time. It's like you could look into his eyes and you almost ain't see nothing there. The nigga barely laughed. Like the way I'm gonna say the best way to describe it is when he got out is like he just had this little aura around him. Like he was mad at the city of LA because it's like really this my shit and everybody know this my shit. But since I've been in jail, people ain't giving me credit that this is my shit. So I gotta show y'all. That was a big you that I met. This one that I'm seeing laughing and smiling and all that, like he seemed like he was a better person to be around now than when I had met him. Like, I seen this nigga run Suge Knight out of Jerry's Deli. And see, like, yo, that shit was crazy when I see that shit, dog. Like, just me, Suge Knight, and Big U and Jerry's Deli one time, because I ain't gonna talk about what they had going, because they had some other shit going on. They ain't got nothing to do with me. But I went up there with him to meet Suge Knight maybe about 5-6 times. One time I was up there with you, which is where this picture came from. You know what I mean? Because I believe we was outside Jerry's Deli on this one, wasn't we? I know he's in Hollywood.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think we was outside Jerry's Deli on that. But like, I'm coming from a nigga from Buffalo. When I was growing up, there was rumors that Suge Knight had something to do with Tupac getting killed. So when I first saw Suge Knight, I ain't even going front. I was scared. I ain't gonna say scared. I was intimidated by Suge Knight because I'm like, damn, this is the nigga that killed Tupac. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I'm sitting here with the nigga that killed Tupac. I'm gonna be real with y'all. After I saw how Big U was moving, there was no way I could be afraid of Suge Knight ever again. And that's when I started learning who Suge Knight was. Suge Knight ain't no sucker. I ain't about to talk bad on him, but Suge Knight is for out of towners. He's a nigga that intimidate out of towners. He's a nigga that if you're an out of towner, like you should be afraid of him. Ain't no real LA nigga and ain't no real gang member afraid of Suge Knight. You know what I mean? Like the way I see him handling Suge Knight. I seen a nigga check him over P. Pablo because Suge Knight was like managing P. Pablo. He's like, yo, P. Pablo a crip. Why you ain't putting him on? You know what I'm saying? He was like, I don't like the way you handling him. I don't like the way you doing business. You know what I mean? I'm like, where this shit about to go? Like, I'm getting intimidated and shit. I'm like, where this shit about to go? That nigga Suge Knight got up and got the fuck up on out of Jerry's Deli, right? And I'm thinking like, damn, Suge Knight gonna send some people over here and all that. And once again, I went to talk to my barber, and my barber was like, no, you're not understanding. You with the nigga that everybody in LA afraid of. Suge Knight afraid of him. It ain't the opposite shit. So I didn't understand what the fuck I was going. I didn't really understand what I was seeing at the time, and people had to explain to me. But this is what I want to say, man. And you free to say whatever you want. We already talked, so we talked about what we're gonna talk about, what we're not gonna talk about, but you can still talk about whatever you want. When did you first run into Big U? Because you ran into him before I did. Yeah, I met that nigga Big U even before I started working with Nip. Nigga, I met that nigga. I was working for Suge. Nigga, I was an intern for Suge. Suge was teaching me how to be an A&R. And that nigga Big U was fresh out of jail. He did like 14 years in the feds. And that nigga came up to the death row office to collect some money from Suge. Because his brother got killed. You said it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't
want to bring that up. I didn't want to bring it up, but go ahead. Because that's what he was doing with me. Every time I seen him, Chuck was giving him a check.
I'm just keeping it 100. You feel me? Nothing but facts, bro. Not trying to add on and nothing. I'm not trying to take away. This is how I first met him, though. At the death row offices on Wilshire. I met Big U because I was fucking with Suge, but that nigga was coming up there collecting money because his brother got killed at that House of Blues or something had happened when DJ Quick was performing or whatever. Yeah. Big U brother got killed. So, you know what I'm saying? That was a death row event or something like that. So Big U was like, nigga, y'all responsible. So when he came home, that nigga Suge Knight was breaking that nigga off. Like, that's how I met Big U. Yeah.
Every time we ran into Suge Knight, met up with Suge Knight at Jerry's Deli. It's always the same place. He gave him a check every single time.
Yep.
And then right after he get the check, he'd cuss him out.
Jerry's
almost
Deli,
damn near threatened
Jerry's
him.
Deli,
Almost damn near threatened him on some shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this could be the time. like every time,
never
nigga,
know.
it was like this
never
could be the
know.
time, nigga. Like,
never know.
So I wanted to ask you some things, man, because niggas was talking a lot of shit in the comment section. It is what it is. I don't. It was there was only one real comment that made me mad. I hate when niggas that don't know me talk like they know me. I hate that shit. And niggas was like,
niggas trying to get your attention too, though. You got to know that, man. Niggas say anything to get your attention.
I know that. Dude, there's like 20, 30 comments of niggas talking shit, right?
Yeah.
But it was one particular comment. I was like, I don't like niggas like this that's talking like they know me and they don't know me. Nigga was like, this dude here don't know no Big U. He was like, he probably sold him a weed a couple times, but he was like, this is what he used the word culture. He was like, I know my own culture, and I know ain't no niggas gonna let a nigga with a wick come around him like that. It's like, nigga, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't have no hair back then, nigga. You had waves.
That's what I'm saying. They acted like
you
they know me.
Hair, nigga. You didn't even have hair back then. You didn't have no whatever y'all calling it, wick, nigga. That nigga waves, real New York, man. My nigga, New York to the core, my nigga. Like,
right. I would that, and that's what they would call me. They would call me
New York Mike, nigga. NY
Mike.
Mike.
My name. So, hey, you can't say my government name though, but it is what it is.
I mean, no, nigga, we ain't gonna, you know, that's still short, but
yeah. It's all good. I forgot to tell you that. I forgot to tell you that. It's all good. But yeah, New York. That's what they used to call me. Yeah, it ain't like I ain't said my government name on here once or twice, but I try not to get into a habit of saying it. But
no, we ain't gonna say the whole name, my guy.
You know, we good. Yo, it's 97 of y'all in here. Hit that like button. So let me ask you this, man. It's some questions. Any question I ask you, if you don't want to answer it, don't answer it. Don't. You know what I mean? Fuck this YouTube shit. This shit. We ain't Trap Lord Ross. We not DJ Academics. Niggas be outside. You see what I'm saying? So don't
be outside for sure.
Yeah, niggas be outside. I keep hearing about this whole, because a lot of this shit. I hung around with Big U about a year straight, and I got the fuck out of there. We already talked about that. You kept hanging with Nipsey, and you kept going along with all that. I got out of here, right? A lot of shit happened after I left, and this is before social media was as popular as it is now. It was like I think Twitter had just started up, but niggas wasn't it wasn't what it was now. You know what I'm saying?
Instagram wasn't even invented. That shit was
Instagram wasn't. It
was MySpace, and it was MySpace, nigga. MySpace.
Yep, everything was MySpace.
Black Planet. Facebook probably was just starting up, nigga.
Everything was MySpace, right? Yep. Now, when that fight between him and Nipsey happened, I heard about it. Everybody in the streets of LA talked about it. This was before social media got popular, but still everybody in the streets was talking about it. First, I want to ask you, I know Nipsey had, because I've been to Nipsey grandma crib and all that shit. I've been there one time. I hung around Nipsey a couple times. I never to this day really think that I don't think Nipsey really liked me. But that's another story. You was running with the nigga still. Did Fats and Big U get into it?
I don't know. I think so. I'm not too sure, but I for sure wasn't there for that one.
Okay. Because I keep hearing that.
Ain't taking no shit from nobody though. Rest in peace, my nigga Fats. That's my boy too.
All right, that's what's up. What, Fats is gone, huh?
Yep, he got killed before Nip.
Damn. Yeah, see, I didn't. This is all stuff that I heard. Like, first of all, because of all that shit that happened between me and them, I didn't listen. I think I told you this before last time, and I just keep it a buck. I didn't listen to Nipsey's music. I knew exactly who he was. I knew him more than what people was listening to him. I'm like, I know this nigga. When I
used to be at the house with us. Used to be at Pop's house with us, nigga.
Out of the house with y'all and all that. Matter of fact, let me put up some of your shit.
He used to be at the house with us for sure.
He had like the 93 Honda Accord.
He had the little Corolla. That was his grandma's shit.
Yeah, he had that little Corolla. That's when I knew him. Man, one time I helped him bring some equipment or some shit like that, man. And I asked him that nigga for a ride because I didn't have no car for a while. Then niggas started stealing rental. I started stealing rental cars and shit.
Savage. Savage.
Niggas was wilding out, man. But it was a while I ain't had no car, man.
Yeah.
And I had a place to stay up in near Pan Pacific, near Park La Brea. And I asked the nigga if he can give me a ride halfway, and I walked halfway. That nigga was like, hell no, nigga. I had to walk all the way up Crenshaw. I ain't gonna never forget that shit. Like, I know. I mean, rest in peace, Nipsey, but I know that nigga didn't like me, and it is what it is. But I didn't do anything to make the nigga not like me, is what I'm saying. Like, I was just me, you know what I mean? I nigga knew how to flow. Some niggas was jealous that I knew how to flow.
He thought everybody didn't like your ass, nigga.
I know Nipsey ain't like me though. I know told me, but it's okay because I didn't do anything to make him not like me. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't never get into it with Nipsey. I didn't do, and once again, Nipsey was just another rapper to me at that time. It wasn't like what he is now. Like, oh, this Nipsey, the Grammy Award winner. Nah, this nigga with a Corolla. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. You know what I mean? It wasn't what it is now. I will say this. In his grandma's crib, he did invite me to do a song with him, and that is one of the top 10 biggest regrets of my life right now. I have no problem saying that. It's one of the top 10 biggest regrets of my life. I didn't do that song with him. But let me add this on here real quick.
Back then, it was Davey D.
He walked past the back. He walked past in the back. J-Rock. Yeah, my homeboy Prosper, yeah. And Top Dog walked past in the back. And Robert Hood out front right now.
Everybody.
He talking about you on here.
Yeah, I remember that.
Did you know them back then? Or?
Yeah, he talking about you on here. Okay.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
It's my homie.
Yeah, so you wasn't around when that whole thing between him and Fats happened, because everybody's saying they got in a fight. I done heard some people, not online, I'm talking about shit offline. I done heard half the niggas, I ain't gonna lie, other than you, half the niggas I talk to online, LA niggas, they really like everybody else. They not like you. You know what I'm saying? They really what they heard. They wasn't really running around and shit.
Yeah,
they ain't really
running around like that.
Yeah. Like most of the people from LA that's watching this shit now, or not just people watching this shit, but people that know about this shit and know me, they feel like they more connected to the shit because they from LA and they figure I'm from New York. They ain't got no idea that I know these niggas. And the niggas that do know that I know them, like way jealous that I know these niggas. Like real talk.
It is what it is, dog. It is what it is.
Like jealous that I know these niggas. Like,
God had you right there for a reason, my guy.
God had me right there for a reason. I mean, I could talk about that right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. The part that was hardest for me to process about all of this is the Rayshawn Williams story, right? Yeah, and I don't know what happened on here. All this is allegedly. This is all allegedly. You got 119 people in here. Please hit that like button. This is allegedly. I'm just gonna say this. I felt connected to that dude because when I was running around with Big U, I was around the same. Let me see if I pull up a picture of this nigga. It's something that was real eerie about that situation.
Yeah.
About that situation. Let me see if I can find one of his pictures. I know I got a picture of him somewhere in here.
That Cali right there, boy.
I think this one right here. Yeah, here go one right here. Here go one right. I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna play this again for you. Then
if you remember, because it was a different house back then. It was Davey D.
He walked past the back. He walked past in the back. J-Rock. Yeah, my homeboy Prosper. Yeah. And Top Dog walked past in the back. And Robert Hood out front right now.
Everybody was crazy.
Yeah, I remember that.
Did you know them back then? Or?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me. This right here. I'm not even going front. I couldn't sleep when I heard about this. When I heard, wrong one. Damn. Hold on. That's you. Oh, I could have left that up. That was you.
That's throwback, nigga. That before Nip even had braids, nigga. With legends in that picture. Number legends in that motherfucker right there.
Man, this whole story full of legends.
Yeah,
whole story full of legends.
For sure, it's a legendary moment.
We lightweight legends, nigga.
We are ain't no lightweight. It is what it is, man. We've been like that though. Yeah, rest in peace to the young homies,
Thank you for mentioning this. Thank you for mentioning that. Let me throw that back in there. Hold on, let's go back and repeat that. That's another thing. After we done with this, like I'm more than likely I'm gonna cover the trial. More than likely, you could come on any of the live streams that I got going on here.
Let me know. I'll hop on with you, dog.
But that's what I want to tell the folks, because you said it. You reminded me. You said it, nigga. We legends. Me and this nigga special.
And
don't nobody really give a fuck about that. Oh no, I know Big U. The only reason why I'm doing this is if I tell y'all I might know this or know that, niggas don't think that I'm on here just making lies.
Yeah,
because one thing about YouTube,
lie,
niggas ain't nobody got to lie and say that they know somebody they don't know just because it's Big U.
Yeah, we're not
like,
clout
no offense to that nigga, but who is that nigga where niggas got to lie about knowing?
Y'all gonna love us more when we keep it honest. Y'all gonna respect us more for just being honest. So
right.
Lie.
And you can lose your crowd on YouTube being inauthentic. And that's one thing about me is I don't come on. I'll not talk about something before I come on here and I'll lie about it. That'll never be, you know what I mean? Because like, let's be real, my nigga. I was talking to my boy last night. Big U can see this shit. You see what I'm saying?
He's still alive.
You don't think this nigga got a phone in jail right now?
Yeah, that nigga's still alive. So
he can see this shit. Not only that, we did that live stream about him, about me knowing him. We did that live stream 6 months ago when he was out. You know what I mean? Niggas ain't wait for him to get locked up and come online.
We didn't even know.
We not the type niggas. You know what I'm saying? And once again, niggas ain't coming on here about to talk about illegal shit that he was doing and shit like that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm gonna tell y'all this.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. I saw Big U had a legitimate charity, and I'm gonna say one of the things that shocked me the most. Okay, wait. Okay, we gotta do full screen for this one. One thing he did say that I'm 100%. I got his back. Is that shit they talking about him taking money from the charity? Nigga, get the fuck up on out of here. Everybody do that shit. One thing I agree with him was that shit. You know, when he was talking about I was paying my bills with that charity money. Yeah, everybody do that shit. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Mama.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Everybody do that. That's how a charity get down.
Yeah.
That's how the
most highest profile celebrities, nigga. They got charities, they taking money from them charities, dog.
Yeah, like that one. I will say that one right there, that was some weak shit that the feds tried. It's like we gonna just try to put anything on you. You was spending charity money. Nigga,
like, he the first nigga. Like, come on.
As long as the buildings are paid, as long as the staff is paid with charity, nigga spending the rest of the money.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. Nigga spending the rest of the money. So
it's a hustle. It's a hustle. It's another hustle.
Right, and everybody doing that. Everybody doing that shit. I will say this: the nigga really had houses and shit for charity. He would take me around. We would go around. We would stop at these houses, right?
Yep,
so one time he took me to this house, and we went in there, and it was like two women in there, and one of them had a baby, right? And me and one of them was kind of like trading eyes and shit like that because I didn't know where I was at, you know. And I was always on the lookout for some shit. I'm like, where are we at? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you New York, so you know what I'm saying. You ain't familiar.
Yeah, I'm like just me and him rolling around like for a year. So he used to take me to these houses. We went into this house, right? And it was a chick there with a baby and all that. So he went in the back, was doing whatever. I don't know what he was like. He was looking for something or some shit like that. I'm sitting in the front, right? So he come back out in the front. And he see me like talking to the girl and all that. And he's like, yo, let's go, New York. So I get in the car and the nigga look at me, right? And he said, look, I'm going to tell you something. When I take you to these houses and all that, don't say nothing to none of these girls up in there or all that or none of that. He said, all these girls are baby mamas for niggas that's locked up on the set. You know what I mean? And he was like, I'm giving them somewhere to stay while the homie's doing time. So when I take you into any of these spots, don't say nothing to none of these people. This a part of my charity shit. It was really his charity shit.
Yeah,
I saw it. Mm-hmm. And the part about this that shocked me about what I saw the stuff that they alleged that he did it. You know what I mean? When I saw that, I was like, yo, this nigga did not have to do none of this shit because I know for a fact he was making money off that charity. I'm like, why is this nigga doing? I'm hearing this shit. I read that indictment like it was a book. I read that shit in the hour. Like, and it's like some of this shit I was very familiar with, and it was certain points where I seen myself. And I ain't gonna lie, let's get to this part. This is where I seen myself at. I seen myself. This was a part when I got to this part, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep when I got to this part because I don't know if this nigga did it or not. All right, I'm about to say this is all what they alleged. This is public information. This is what they alleged. But it's one thing that I came to realization about him. You know what I mean? He's talking about he was living with him and all that. I never lived with Big U, but I was homeless and all that. I was hanging with him all the time. He's looking out for me. I ain't gonna lie. Because the truth of the matter is, when I snapped that Nipsey grandma crib and I left, right? really what he was doing is he was really about to put me on. I just didn't know, I felt like I needed my 50% of what I was due. You see what I'm saying? When he was like, I'm just gonna give you 4,000 and we're gonna split the money up, that's how they put niggas on. You see what I'm saying? I didn't realize that because not only did I not want to be in the gang, I didn't know the gang culture. But I didn't realize the nigga was lightweight putting me on. If I would have stuck around, and you can attest to this,
initiation.
If I would have stuck around, maybe I would have got killed. But one thing for sure, he probably would have signed me, man. He probably would have signed me if I stuck around.
Oh, he would have for sure signed your ass, nigga. You probably would have been in movies and all that. That nigga did movies.
More than
that nigga had some juice, dog.
He had juice. We seen, nigga. That's what's up, my nigga. That's real. He had juice. I don't look at him. The nigga was mad older than me, but I didn't look at him as a father. Like that nigga was like a friend. You know what I'm saying? He was so serious sometimes. This is before I became a comedian. He was so serious sometimes. I used to go out of my way to try to make the nigga laugh. You know what I'm saying? Because when you make the nigga laugh, you can kind of bring the kid out of him. You know what I'm saying?
He rarely laughed too. He don't really laugh like that.
Back then he did. It seemed like he laughing more. Back then he did not laugh. He did not laugh. So I used to always try to make him laugh. And there was a couple times I ain't gonna never forget. One time we was in traffic, and I was trying to make him laugh. He said, "Let me ask you something. How come everything funny, nigga? Everything ain't funny, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You always try to make a joke out of some shit. Everything ain't funny, nigga. You know what I'm saying?" I was like, "All right."
Spicy. They got spicy.
Hey, hold on, we got a super chat up in here. What's up with you, Hamza? That's my folks, man.
Nasty.
What up, Moxy? You right.
Word.
Most charities put their donation money in the stock market and live off of dividends and donate only a couple of % of the money. Is sad, but the truth. That's a fact.
Doing that a lot.
That's a fact.
They doing that a lot.
But I'm gonna tell y'all what though. The nigga was actually, he put together a whole little league off that money. You know what I'm saying? And he had Snoop coming up there. They was playing Snoop team and shit like that. They had a whole little league going on after that. So I saw the nigga actually spending that charity money on there. He had houses that he had to pay the mortgage on. He had a couple houses that he paid mortgage on. That was part of that charity that he was housing women who boyfriends was locked up. He had a name for it. I forgot the name for it, but I saw the actual charity work. It wasn't like he was taking all the money and not giving no money back and shit. You know, he had events and shit like that. You know, put it like this. Whatever shit that I saw, I ain't see the nigga doing nothing illegal that nobody else in the streets of LA was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't see no real wild shit. You know, even if I did, I ain't about to talk about it on here. Now, I saw other niggas that he entered. Because one thing about him that people don't understand about him, he was connected to all the OGs. Like, he used to always take me to the jungles to meet up with Charlie Rogers. And I didn't understand that because I'm not one of y'all. I'm like, Charlie Rogers is a blood. What we
T. Rogers, nigga. T. Rogers.
Yeah, T. Rogers. You know what I mean? That nigga was a blood. The nigga had the little Jerry curl. You know what I'm saying? The glasses.
Yeah,
I didn't know that nigga had all that power. Short nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't know he had all that power like that. Rest in peace. He died some time ago.
T. Rogers, rest in peace, T. Rogers.
Rest in peace. I saw you looking. That nigga's like Charlie Rogers. He said, "Oh, T. Rogers."
T. Rogers, man. Yeah.
I went to the jungles with him like 4 or 5 times to meet up with that nigga, and I did not understand it because I'm like, ain't this nigga running the jungles? It's a blood nigga. I'm like, what the fuck we doing meeting up with a blood nigga? I didn't get it.
It's bigger than that.
Yeah, it was bigger than that. And that's when I realized the OGs move a different type of way. You know what I'm saying? Than the younger cats. And the nigga went in there and threw up his hood. And them niggas threw up their hood. They let him in. That shit was crazy, dogs.
Like a movie.
That shit was like a movie. That shit, I ain't gonna front. That shit was like a movie. It was like a movie. And I ain't gonna lie. I like to take the time just to thank the Most High, man. Because I for sure, let me get to this part right here.
Thank you.
I for sure could not been here.
But yeah, you always been spiritual though, nigga. Even back then, you had your spiritual realm up, man. That's what might probably got you still good. I'm telling you.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. And the Most High tapped me on my shoulder. It's like, it's about time to get out of here now.
Even though we was around some crazy shit, nigga, we stayed spiritual though. We kept God first though.
That's 100%. That's 100%. I feel really connected to this young man right here. I never met him, to my knowledge. I was, I'm older than him. I'm what he 21? He was 21. I'm like 18, 19 years older than him. I'm older than him. For what I know, I never met him. I wasn't around Big U when this young man was staying with him. The thing that struck out about him is he's about the same demographic that I am. He's 6'3", 173 pounds. Yeah. I'm 6'2", 168 pounds. So, because I'm like, why do I feel connected to this guy? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if I would have stuck around, if allegedly, I'm gonna just leave that part alone. I'm gonna just leave that part alone. I'm gonna just say I feel connected to this young man. I when I read this part, it damn near made me cry, and I see myself in it. That's all I'm gonna say about that part. It's like I see myself in this part. And you told me that when you used to see Big U and I wasn't around, what he used to say, what he used to ask you?
I need to always ask me, hey, New York, that's your peoples? New York, your peoples? I'm like, yeah, nigga, that's my peoples. Like, you feel me? He used to always ask me that shit. Like, what's up, man? New York, that's really your peoples? I need to ask me that often. So I'm like, nigga, that's really, of course, nigga. I ain't about to say somebody my people that ain't. Nigga, that's my boy. That's my people. That's family.
My nigga, when you told me that, a chill went down my spine. That sounded like he's trying to line me up. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Yeah. That sounded like he was trying to line me up. Now, for those of y'all that don't know the gangbang culture and all that, one thing that 60s are known for, they're known for killing other 60s. And what my barber was telling me, he was like, you don't understand, because I got a whole story with my barber. Like, I told my barber, I was like, you know, my barber, you know, I started coming in there fresh. My barber was like, man, you ain't been getting no acting gigs and all that. Where you getting all this money from and shit like that? You know what I'm saying? Right.
Hustling.
Right. I'm like, nigga, I'm doing my thing. I'm running with this nigga and all that, right? So he didn't know who I was talking about, right? So then I told him it's this dude named Big U. Just like everybody else, he thought I was joking. You see what I'm saying? So you know how LA is big, but it's really small. I think he had seen me with him at some point, right? So I came in to get a haircut. He said he was cutting somebody else. He said, man, have a seat. He was like, you don't know what you're doing, man. You come out here. It was sort of like that jealousy shit. He's like, you come out here from New York, you get to running with these niggas, and you don't understand who these niggas is and blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
So he told me, he was like, the nigga that you running with, he was like, the 60s are known for killing other 60s. And he was like, the nigga you running with, before he got locked up, had took another 60s girl, and the nigga went missing. So he was like, you don't understand, the nigga that you running with is the one that set the standards from that shit. I don't know that whole story. This is a story that this nigga was telling me or whatever the case. But the point that he was trying to make is, he said, where you are at in the car with him driving the car, he said, all those other 60s niggas want to be you. You see what I'm saying? And he said, they all know that you not a 60. He was like, it's only a matter of time for you, my nigga. He said exactly like that.
Matter of time for you, my nigga.
He was like, it's only a matter of time for you, my nigga. He says, only a matter of time for you. You know what I mean?
Woo.
Basically saying, you know, the same nigga I did business with before, right? The nigga cheated me out of like $5,000, right? So I used to come up there and get a haircut, and I used to ask him, like, yo, when you gonna give me that money? And he'd be like, man, come back next week, I'll have it for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, never, you know what I was doing. No, you ain't gotta say, you know what I was doing. So that type of shit, when the money come, you just pay a nigga. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no come back next week or come back next month or next time I see you, I'm gonna give you this. Nigga kept playing with my money. So I'm gonna say that when he told me about who Big U was, that was the last haircut I got from him, because I saw him. We was on Pico. It was me. We was in that Q45. Me and Big U. We was on Pico. We just happened to see the nigga. I was driving. I happened to see the nigga. I was like, yo, that's my barber there.
I was in that truck. I was in the QX Infinity truck. He had the black
Infinity truck. Yup. We was in the Infinity truck. So we saw the nigga. So I started following him, because I ain't gonna lie to you. I was gonna really pull up and just say what's up to him. I wasn't on demon time like he thought I was on demon time, right? we following the nigga, right?
Yeah.
The nigga pulled over. Yeah. And we pull up on him and roll the window. And I was about to say, yo, what's up, man? The nigga pull out 3 stacks and say, come by the barber shop. I give you the other 2. And that nigga Big U, nigga, put that shit on my lap, nigga. That nigga put that shit on my lap. The nigga Big U took all the money off my lap and just said, you go ahead and get the rest of the 2 and that be yours. And I went and got the rest of the 2. But those are the kind of stories where I can't sit here and talk bad about Big U, because for me, he was a necessary evil. Like, I was a stand-up dude. One thing about the streets, man, ain't no laws out there. You see what I'm saying? Like you can do business with niggas, and if niggas know that you not connected to some type of gang, nigga, you not getting none of the dividends from that. Nigga tell you in your face you not getting shit. What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
Kill your ass for sure.
And then, you know what I mean? So it was a period where, put it like this, I had got jumped many times in LA. I done got strong arm a couple times. Not on no sucker shit. Niggas always made sure they had more numbers than me. Couldn't get fair ones. That's just what it was. When I met Big U, that was it. It was no more of that shit. It was no more of that shit, man. But I feel connected to this young man. I don't know who's responsible for this dude's death. I read the same thing that everybody else read. I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? It was what I read was real sloppy. It was real sloppy. It was like almost like impromptu. Like a nigga didn't really like plan that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the reason was for. You know, if it's like a diss song, it's like you can erase the diss song, slap a nigga up, and then that's the end of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you know, so I hope that this ain't true. What I read about him, I hope it ain't true. I am a nigga that don't believe everything I read. You know what I'm saying? I am waiting to hear the recordings. I ain't gonna lie. I'm waiting to hear the recordings. You know what I'm saying? But I don't believe everything I read. That's me. I don't believe everything I read. What else I wanted to ask you? You said you don't remember. Hold on. Let me see. It's got some other shit I wanted to ask you because it's a lot of shit that I wasn't around. Oh yeah, everybody get mad at me about this. Not everybody, but niggas in the comments was saying some shit. Let me see if I can find it. How tall is Big U?
That nigga Big U about like 6'4", 6'5".
Everybody trying to say in the comment, it was like 15 comments in there talking about this nigga's not 6'5". Oh, I got him fucked up. He not 6'5".
Bro, ask them niggas have they been around him though in real life?
Some of these niggas, one nigga was like, I could go pull up the video and go through the comments and shit.
Man, we was around that nigga, bro. We was around that nigga how much? How long? A lot. So
yeah, I was around a nigga a year straight.
That nigga Nip 6'3", he bigger than Nip, nigga. He like 6'4".
He was bigger than Nip. I
6'4",
felt like he was taller
6'5",
than Nip,
bro.
I felt like he was an inch taller than Nip. You know what I mean?
Well, 6'4" then, because Nip's 6'3".
You know what?
You like
6'2".
He was 6'4".
I'm 6'2". I'm 6'2".
Yeah.
Nip is like Nip was like 6'3". 6'3", because Nip was barely tall. Nip was tall. He was barely taller than me. He wasn't hovering over me. He was like a little bit taller than me.
Yeah.
Big U to me was taller than both of us.
Yeah, I was the shortest out the group. I'm like 6 foot, nigga. So. Right.
You wasn't that short. We was all around the same. You know what I mean?
I'm 6 foot though, so y'all had little inches.
Yeah. So this is Big U movie that he did, and I took that from there. When I said he was 6'5", so he labeled himself 6'5", but niggas are trying to take credibility. Oh wait, I ain't got the shit.
Niggas is hating, bro. Niggas
are trying to take credibility away by saying I call this nigga 6'5".
Hey, they mad you was really right there with it.
That's really what it is. They mad that I was really. Meanwhile,
nigga with the nigga, man.
They mad that I was with him, and I'm happy that I'm not around him no more. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and it ain't like that he was a beat. It ain't like that he was gonna kill me or anything like that. It really, I'm gonna tell you what it really was. It really was the other niggas. Like
they was really mad. Yeah.
There you go.
The niggas that was around him. Oh, they didn't like. That's why. Yeah, niggas. Yeah.
That's what it was. Like the loose cannons. I never met loose cannons, but there was a lot of loose cannon niggas. Huh?
They mad that he's spending time with just you though.
That's what it was. That's why
why you with this New York nigga, man?
That's exactly what it was. That's the real reason why I had to get the fuck from away out of there.
They probably
it was some other niggas. It was them other niggas, and my barber warned me. He was like, "It's gonna be them other niggas that get you out of there." You know what I'm saying? Because he was like, "They get 6-0s out of there, but you're not even 6-0. So what you think gonna happen to you?" You know what I'm saying? Like, I had another dude in a barbershop one time press me over this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the nigga had to tell him, you know, because me and him was talking about Big U, and there was another nigga over there that knew I was from New York that said, "Hey man, I don't think you need to be talking about this 8-tray gangster crip and all this other shit and neighborhood and rolling shit. That ain't for y'all East Coast niggas." And the barber told him, he's like, no, this nigga really running with him. He was like, I wouldn't fuck with him if I was you. The nigga was like literally pressing me for talking about this shit. You see what I'm saying? Like literally, he made the nigga stand down and shit like that. So it was a lot of jealousy going on about this. But my point is,
I had to go through it too, nigga. I had to go through that shit with hanging with Nip, and I'm a whole blood nigga in their hood. So
Right. Oh, so Bounty Hunters was mad you was hanging with him?
The 6-0s is mad. My homies is hating too, but they wasn't hating like how the 6-0s is hating. And they had hating my face. And then we'll get into it because I ain't about to let a nigga hating, but I'm gonna say something back, nigga. Like, so yeah.
Damn, man. That shit crazy. Yeah, I heard that he got disciplined for bringing YG around. I heard he had to fight like 3 niggas at once.
He had to go through all type of shit, bro. I had to go through all type of shit.
Damn, man. Have you been? Let me ask you this. Have you been to his burger shop yet?
I haven't.
I haven't. I think you told me is you and Sam cool?
Hell yeah, that's bro for life, man. I'd do anything for like Sam.
All right. I don't know. Because you could be cool with one nigga and not be cool with the other nigga. I ain't never met.
Let me tell you, look, this is how you just describe like you being cool with Big U and then everybody else around hating. That's the same shit I'm going through with Black Sam. Me and Black Sam type, but it's everybody else around that's hating. So I don't even, you know what I mean?
Is it 6-0 niggas? Because he not a 6-0.
Nah, Sam gonna bang 6-0, nigga.
I don't know. See, that's what I'm saying.
He gonna bang 6-0. You ain't gotta be quartered on, nigga. Nigga gonna bang 6-0. He done been
so
in
he
jail
is 6-0. Why these niggas putting in these tracks and on YouTube that nigga was never 6-0?
Because from a orchestrated perspective, like organized perspective, he's not. Like, you know what I mean? But just being in the streets and growing up in their hood, a nigga consider you, if you grew up over there, we gonna consider you one. You ain't even gotta be courted on. I wasn't courted on.
Right. No. I got that.
I grew up over there, so a nigga already gonna label me that. So that's what it is. You did?
Right.
And he ain't gonna turn it down, or he ain't gonna say I ain't. So it's like, no matter if they say he ain't, he is though.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
So damn. So that I was told that
shit. Make them niggas mad too. That make them mad too, because you didn't get courted on. You're not abiding by our rules. You're not you know what I'm saying? You're not following our guidelines. You're not doing no Thunderdomes, and you still banging the hood. That's gonna make them niggas. That's make them niggas mad.
I got you.
He's doing his own thing. We ain't got no control over this nigga.
One thing I didn't know was like how much of a hustler he was, because I never met him. I'd never seen, like when I was in Nipsey grandma crib that one time.
Every time we was at the house, he'd be out selling DVDs and
yeah. There you go. So and not only that, I didn't run with Nipsey like you ran with Nipsey. I ran with Big U, which is the point of all of this. Yeah. You was more the Nipsey dude. I was the nigga. And I think we talked about that before. I think Big U purposely split us up. You know what I mean? Because he literally told me
he didn't want us involved. This nigga greedy as a motherfucker. He didn't want us involved in what y'all had going on because there was money involved. So that's gonna be more money nigga got to dish out. He wanted, you feel me? Once I linked, he needed you, nigga. He needed you.
Did need me. He did. You know what? I'm gonna say this full screen. I ain't got no reason to lie about this. One time we was in the car, we was driving together. It was me and him in the car, and we had just left Dime Block, right? Because I used to always go with him to Dime Block. We had just left Dime Block. I swear to God, I ain't got no reason on everything, no reason to lie about it. We had just left Dime Block, right? And at Dime Block, I forgot what it was that happened, but he checked me hard in front of everybody. He checked me hard, and I ain't never been a sucker, right?
Yeah, so he ain't turned down shit either.
I was upset. He checked me hard, and even though like I'm the type of nigga, I'll see shit and I'll get intimidated, but once a nigga get on me, all the intimidation go. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't no buster for sure.
I ain't no. So I was just mad, right? So I'm just driving. I ain't
you got that look on your face though. A nigga might know you mad.
You seen it. I'm driving. I'm upset. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying nothing. I'm just driving. I'm upset, right? So he said, "Let me tell you something, nephew." He was like, "You may see me say things or do things to you that you don't like, but I gotta do it." You see what I'm saying? Because he was like,
"I got a story about you too, man. When you was mad at me, nigga, we was in Buffalo. My bitch kept calling the phone or something." And then, like, you feel me? I'm talking to her, but you doing, I don't know if you listen to some music, nigga. Your ass socked the fucking steering wheel. Remember socking the steering wheel and making the horn go off? And you couldn't stop it?
I remember that.
We was at that Buffalo. It's a Buffalo wing spot in Buffalo. They were notorious for their wings. We was outside that when we just got our food, nigga. And my ex-business kept blowing me up, like, when I'm talking to her, because she's sending me money, but you don't know what's going on. You trying to listen to your mixtapes. And then you sock the motherfucking steering wheel so many times, nigga. The fucking horn went off where you can't stop it. The literally had to die. The battery for that horn had to die, nigga.
I remember that. I remember that was a long time ago.
Epic, nigga.
I remember that. I remember that. Nigga.
So I know how mad you can get.
I used to get upset. I used to get upset, but I was real mad. He checked me in front of all them niggas, man. I was real upset. So I'm driving, right?
And fired up, probably.
Yeah, I was fired up. I guess he figured out how mad I was. So he was like, "Let me tell you something." He was like, you may see me say or do some shit to you that I necessarily don't want to do, but he was like, I got to do it in front of other people because if they don't see me,
reputation,
right? He was like, if they don't see me check you on some shit, them niggas might kill me. That's what he said. But he's like, I'm gonna tell you just like this. He was like, I was in a messed up situation coming out of jail. He said, I got a couple houses I'm running. I got to take care of a whole family. He said, the shit you've been doing for me and you hanging for me. He said, you helped me get back on my feet. He said, when I first met you, he was like, just one mistake. He said, if I would have had just one mistake, I lose everything. He said, but from meeting you.
They watching that nigga. He was watching him when he was fresh out. You probably didn't even know it. I didn't even know it.
I didn't know it either. I didn't know. I didn't even know who the nigga was. He was just a big ass gangbanger to me. I knew the nigga was like, I ain't stupid. I knew the nigga was like one of the big time like 6'0" niggas, but I didn't know he was that nigga though.
I knew he was that nigga because that nigga is getting them checks from Suge.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna front. When I saw Suge run out of Jerry's Deli, that's when I sort of started getting a little bit more intimidated by Big U. That's when I knew, like, okay, this shit really ain't no joke. Like,
nah, it ain't.
Niggas ain't playing. Do you know who Ratisha is? You know who this person is?
Who was that?
Ratisha Thompson.
She's talking about, what are you doing here? Man, this is my family right here. We talking about whatever the title is to this story. This is what we talking about. And if you know me, you know Nipsey is my nigga. So there we have it. You should know that. You know, that's what I'm doing here.
Yeah, but that's one thing I can say. He told me to my face, I helped him get back on his feet, man. And I wasn't mad no more after that. Like, you know what I mean? He's like, you helped me get back on my feet. You know what I'm saying?
He gonna keep it 100. He gonna keep it real though. If he don't do nothing else.
He was a necessary evil for me, man. I'm not even gonna lie. He was a necessary evil, and even when I stopped running with him and I got the fuck out of there, I got back to my career, you know, and I didn't go below Adams anymore. below Adams anymore. You know, it's another nigga that owed me money that he got the money from me. You know, we ain't got to mention his name, but it was a nigga that sold you a beat. You know what I'm saying?
You can line him up though. I bet.
Nah, I'm old, nigga. All that shit. I ain't gonna front.
We ain't gotta do nothing violent. We could just, you feel me? We ain't gotta do no violent shit, bro. It's all about respect.
One time the nigga was on a date at the Comedy Store and he didn't know that I started doing comedy.
I know who you're talking about, and the nigga is not like that, bro.
I know he's not like that.
You know, he exposed himself. He was trying to act like it though, right?
Yeah, he was trying to act like he was like that.
And he was.
With the people that I was running with, he had no choice but to be like, I'm not like that.
And he fucking wasn't though, man. Nice as ice. That's why the nigga was always nice to me when I used to run into him. Yeah. I used to work at the Marathon shop, man. I don't work there no more. I'm in school now, nigga, doing big shit now, man. Movies, some music. They know I used to run the Marathon dispensary. I was the manager of that.
Yeah, we know. I know that. I never went up there. You want to know what's crazy? I moved from LA to New York like 2018, right? Yeah. And it was just, I don't know what it was, man. You know when you hear that small, still voice, it's like God.
Yeah, you gotta listen.
I didn't listen to it though. It was like, before you leave, stop acting like this. Go up to the Marathon store and buy something and say what's up to Nipsey. I didn't do it though. I got in the car and I left. But I ain't gonna front. The week before I left, I don't know. It came out of nowhere because real talk, I ain't gonna lie to you. I got when I saw what Nipsey did when I stopped rolling with y'all, I got a little jealous. I ain't gonna, the nigga was rolling with Jay-Z. You know how I feel about Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nigga, this nigga's going around.
Hey, bro, you was around me before I even got in the industry, before I even before I met Russell Simmons, nigga, I was fucking with you. Before I even started working with Nip, I was fucking with you, bro.
No, that's true. That's true.
So that's crazy because I done met Jay-Z. I didn't have to beat niggas up in front of Jay-Z. You feel me?
You beat a nigga up in front of Jay-Z.
Shakir Stewart. He was the vice president of Def Jam. That's the nigga Diddy got killed. I think Diddy got that nigga killed for fucking with Kim Porter on my life.
Real talk?
Yeah, that's a whole, that's, bro. I just found that out. I'm finding that out.
Damn. Yeah, nigga, you might have to help me with some of these documentaries, nigga.
Yeah, let's go, nigga. Let's work.
You're going to have to help me with some of these documentaries, man.
I'm ready. Let's go, nigga. It's lit, nigga.
Yeah, I you know what? I'm thinking about making a documentary about 100 Days, 100 Nights. Was you around for that? You remember that?
Hell, I'm from LA, nigga.
I think I'm going to
I know niggas from hundreds, nigga.
No. 100 Days, 100 Nights.
But you got to know where it comes from. So if anybody in the chat, in the chat that's from LA that knows about the culture and the gang culture and know about the 100 Days and 100 Nights in LA, that's come from the hundreds. It's a gang, the hundreds, like 90, 60, the hundreds.
Okay. I didn't know that.
They gonna be on the fucking treacherous for 100 days and 100 nights, nigga.
I think I'm gonna make a documentary about it.
Yeah,
you and my boy gonna have to help me because my boy brought it up. My boy Blue Book Ant brought that shit up. Yesterday.
Where he from? Where he from?
I don't know where Blue Book Ant
from LA.
I don't know. Blue Book Ant. He played basketball. He professional basketball player. Yeah, he I think he was living in Carson. Let me
from LA though.
Huh? He LA nigga.
So that his name Blue what? Blue? So it's on
Blue no. That's the name of his YouTube page. Let me see.
He know what he's talking about. He from LA and his name was Blue something. Yeah.
I got a picture of him and Nipsey and Blue and Big U on my phone.
See, look, he got to be affiliated with them. You feel me?
No, he affiliated, but he told me he don't want me to put the picture up. I told him
I respect that.
Yeah, no. Everybody, I told you my homegirl. Now look, my homegirl know more about Big U than me and you because after I stopped kicking it with Big U, she only date gang members. So I dated her first. You probably met her. I dated her first, and then when I left, because after that shit happened with Big U, I left and went to New York for a little while and went on a tour. I went on a tour for a little while, and I stopped messing with her then. She went and found another gangbang nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he was doing shit with Big U, and she was telling me Big U was asking her where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? She was like, I don't know where New York at. She was same shit that you said, but
he probably asking just because that nigga, like when you came around him, his income went up. The income increased.
Yeah, I helped that nigga out, man. It is, and that's what I'm saying. And it ain't nothing that he did. I did the shit.
Yeah,
I just put him on it. So I'm not trying to indict nobody on nothing.
It wasn't nothing like that. So.
And what I was doing, it's a statute of limitations on. That was a long time ago. I don't do that. Was 15 years ago.
That's over 20 years. No more. That's over 20 years ago, nigga. We was doing that shit 0304, nigga.
That I'm talking about what I was doing it with Big U, but you're right. I ain't gonna tell you my whole history of shit. Like, nigga, you wow, nigga.
Hey, look, you say listen, you know how I met you? You know where I met you at Dorsey, nigga? Remember? D House, nigga.
That is right.
You was tutoring. You was in the college area.
That is right. I was a college tutor. And that is right.
You feel me? And then I started fucking because New York is my second home. You feel me?
That is. I forgot where I met you at.
Nigga with the Timberland boots, with the Avery Race jackets at Dorsey with the. I was the only New York. And then he come. I'm like, who is this New York? But all the time thinking but he working in the college though. That's how I met him though. But then
that is right.
I looked up to you. I'm like, he really from New York though. He ain't no knockoff, no off-brand ass New York. He really from where he say he was.
Yeah, I remember that now because what it was, I was a freshman in college, and what they was doing is they was paying us to go to the high schools and recruit the high schoolers to come to Cal State. And nigga, I was tearing them seniors up, nigga. I was tearing them seniors up, nigga. I was tearing. You know they had the.
I know for sure. One for sure.
Yeah, whatever happened to her, man? I was tearing them seniors.
That's when my little homie had her. Remember my little homie had her?
Mace.
And look, you were smacking her down too.
Yeah, I was smacking her down. He was smacking her down. Mace was smacking her down. Didn't one of y'all niggas get her pregnant?
Hell no, I ain't never smacked her. Look, she just hit me like 2 days ago.
Word? She got a baby?
For sure, for sure.
Oh, I was about to say, man, don't throw her my info. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I mean, I still can, you know.
No. We good. We good. I leave all that shit to pass. I remember, man, she was bad. Did she still look good?
I never looked at her like that, so you got to look at her.
She got Instagram?
She on Facebook. I can see her shit.
Yeah, well, send me her Facebook shit. I just want to see how she looked. I want to see how she aged. You know what I mean? Because she was bad back then.
Yeah, her whole little crew was, nigga.
She was bad back then. Yeah, I remember all. So that is right. We did meet at Dorsey shit. You know they had. I had to quit the Dorsey job because
that was late. That tell them the year. That was late 90s.
Yeah, no, that was actually.
Nigga, I graduated 2000, my nigga. So
yeah. That's what it was. 99, 2000. That's what it was.
It was 99, like Juvenile say, cash money for the 99.
Yeah, it was that was like 2000. Yeah, that's
99. It was 99, 2000.
Yeah, I had to quit that job because I smashed so many of the seniors there that the niggas up there I tried to fight one of the niggas up there because one of the niggas up there I walked through.
You smacked one of their bitches?
Yeah, and I walked through for lunch one time, and when I turned around, my whole back had ketchup on it, and I didn't know who did it. And I was going there shaking niggas up. Like, yo, who put that ketchup on my back? You know what I'm saying? I didn't know who it was, and that was it for that job. That was it for that job.
Dorsey liked that for sure.
Yeah, it was what it was, man.
Yeah,
let me see what else. We can get back on topic.
That's a movie shit.
Yeah, no. That's a fact. We can get back on topic. Let me see. What was the last thing? When the last time you saw Big U?
All right, so the last time I seen it was like, I want to say like 3 years ago. So I seen this nigga in the mansion though. So this is when I was still managing this Nip passed already. I'm managing the dispensary in Woodland Hills. They got a dispensary. After work, one of my niggas from New York, matter of fact, one of my niggas from New York, he's like his boy from New York. And he be having the pound for the low. So I'm trying to get some, make some deals basically on my hustling shit. But this nigga had the mansion out in the Hollywood Hills. So I go to the mansion and I go up in the mansion. I'm in the mansion like chilling for like two hours basically. And the nigga Big U walk in the room, right? I didn't know how this shit could go. I didn't know how it could go. Cause I already chose my side. You did.
But y'all had got into it or something? Previously.
Yeah, no, but not
Wait
really.
A minute. One time you went to his house and he was upset about that.
He didn't like that, but it ain't like we got into it, but he didn't like that though. So you want me to talk about the time I went to that nigga house? The last time
you start off with that. Well, you start off with that and then continue where he was at the mansion. Go ahead.
All right, so the time when I got into him, when I went to that nigga house, that's my nigga Nip was the nigga Nip, man. Rest in peace, my nigga Nip, man. So we hanging out all day. I'm with Nip all day. He asked me, he like, you been in Big U house before? I'm like, nah, I ain't never been in the nigga Big U house before, but I know where he live at. Because you know what I'm saying? My brother stayed in Inglewood. So I'll be at my brother's house and then I'll go to the shop, to Nip's shop.
Overhill.
And I go through the little back streets, you know what I'm saying, to get to the shop. And I used to see that nigga Infinity truck parked right next to this house. And they used to always say, oh, that nigga stay in the hills or whatever. So I just put 2 to 2 together. That nigga stay right there. You feel me? But I never been over there with him. And he don't know I know he live there. That nigga Nip said, I don't give a fuck. Fuck all that shit. He said, nigga, you on the team. You my boy. I know where you live at. So come on, you gonna come over here with me. So we go to that nigga house, right? Go downstairs in the basement. It's all the goons. He don't even hang out with these niggas. All the goons is in the basement.
At his crib?
Yeah, and I know all these niggas. So I'm like, what's up? You know, while we chilling for a whole hour, nigga, and that nigga didn't bring it up, and that nigga out of nowhere, that nigga said, Nip, I told you Prosper knew where I stayed at. And that nigga Nip was like, shit, Prosper said he knew where you stayed at. And then I had to say something because I hear these niggas saying my name, and I'm right here, nigga. Like, you feel me?
So yeah, that's Big U. So wait, hold on, because that is some Big U type shit. See, the thing about him that people don't understand, the nigga's highly intelligent.
That nigga's on some mind, nigga.
He's highly intelligent. Highly intelligent. That's why I was shocked at the shit that I read, because I'm like, wait a minute, this nigga sound like he too smart.
Hold on.
I was shocked at some of the shit that I read about Big U. Talking to y'all now, wait till he get back. But what he's talking about, one thing that you can't really see through these news articles and these YouTube videos is that nigga Big U is highly. I'm talking like he ain't here no more. Nigga Big U is highly intelligent.
Yeah,
He's high. That's one thing. And it made him a lightweight more scary. I was talking to him while he was gone. I was gonna say it made him more scarier than his physical size because you get to the point where you're like, yo, this nigga is smart, nigga.
Yeah, he's like, too smart.
He's real, he's real intelligent and real smart. And it like, see, that's why I'm happy that I got out of here because I felt like I always had to look around. You see what I'm saying? Because it's like you don't know what the fuck. It's like I don't know how to explain it. It's always something in the air. It felt like it was always something in the air. That's why I was trying to crack jokes a lot and certain shit like that because it felt like it was always something in the air. So that is some Big U shit. I've never heard this story all the way through. So you chilling in the basement for a whole hour, right?
Well, and that nigga out of nowhere, that nigga said, Nipsey, that nigga, I told you, he said, Nipsey, I told you Prosper knew where I stayed at.
But this is after an hour.
After an hour, my nigga. I'm already comfortable. I'm already comfortable in that bitch.
Yep, that's him.
He kicked up. I'm chilling. You feel me?
Right.
And out of nowhere, the nigga like, hey, yo, Nip. Like, I ain't even there, though. He could have asked me the question.
Yeah.
That nigga asked Nip because Nip was driving. Nip drove me over there. You feel me? And then, like, I pulled up. Nip pulled up. So he like, Nip, you know I stayed at. Prosper, to his knowledge, he didn't know that I knew where he stayed at. So Nip was like, that nigga Prosper said he knew where you stayed at. And then I chimed in and I said, I knew you stayed at because I come from, sometimes my brother stay in Inglewood. So when I come from Inglewood and hit the little back streets, I see your Infinity truck parked next to the house. And y'all always used to talk about you stay over here in the hills. You just got a house over here, right here. And that's how I knew, nigga. Like, and I said, what you think?
Hold on, wait. When you saying this, the whole room quiet, huh?
Everybody quiet, nigga. This is like a movie. It's like a story. They ain't like, everybody is quiet because I'm speaking up.
Everybody like this. Like,
and guess what the nigga said, though, bro? Guess what the nigga said?
What did he say?
I said, what you think I ain't loyal? He said, from now on, we can't get no money together.
What?
On Jesus Christ. That's what he told me. He said, from this point on, we can't get no money together.
Why did he say that?
Because I knew where he stayed at, but he didn't know where I stay at. And then he told Nip, Nip got to do, he got to do extra burpees though when we work out in the morning.
That's another thing we didn't bring up about how in shape that nigga Big U was.
Yeah,
like this
what he used to do. College, they can work out early in the morning.
Yep. He used to pick me up. We used to go to Southwest College, and he used to have anybody he doing business with that day would meet him at Southwest College. And they would sit there
know, nigga. If y'all know, nigga. Come on.
Nigga be doing push-ups, nigga be running miles and shit. The nigga was in better shape than me. I was in my early 20s at the time, and the nigga was in better shape than I was.
Because you gotta understand, he was in jail, nigga. In that jail stint, nigga, he was already working out for 14 years straight. So he was used to it already.
Right. That was another thing. The nigga was highly in shape. He was highly in I keep saying was. He I don't know what he is now, but at that time he was highly in shape. And I tell people all the time, like that Debo character and all that, none of that match up to like when you back when we was running with him, because like I said, now he's different. He seemed like he's more joyful and all that.
Yeah, but he was getting that money. The money make you like that. And then you was making money about niggas. If you know you ain't gotta worry about nobody, niggas gotta worry about you. You're gonna start smiling a little bit. You're gonna start to laugh a little bit. You getting money, shit feel good.
Right. And it's like when I was running with him, you could feel that like you could feel that coldness, and it was like that Debo character don't match up to like who I really saw. It don't like the Debo character was doing too much.
That's the Debo character is a little like
Yeah,
like he was way tougher than that, and not even showing.
He was way
He not even showing that he's tougher like that.
Yes,
like Debo showing he's tough. Like Debo showing he's tough, right?
Why you think I picked this thumbnail? Like this picture,
he don't even have to show he's tough, bro. He's not even gonna show it. He's gonna be nice. Got the glasses on. Nigga, nice as ice. Look like he's nice. Nigga's a whole beast out here.
He was beast, nigga. I'm gonna show you this picture. I'm gonna show you this picture. I picked this picture on purpose because I was like, this the picture that really represent this nigga.
Nigga's a beast out here.
Let me see, where is that? Where is that picture at? Let me get it.
We got the E-Dollar up there. I like that. How they got the E-Dollar, the ES. I must have put that up there.
Let me get this picture. Boom.
Man, how many? What, 5 days? We got 5 days. 5 days before my single drop. I got the single dropping.
Hey, you gotta send me some paperwork. I'm gonna play that joint on here.
Whatever you need me to send you, dog. I own everything, so I'm give you the rights to play whatever. I'm not gonna sue your ass, nigga.
It means your song, so
it's my shit. I wrote it. I own the beat, nigga. You feel me? I know about how you monetize and how you can get paid off of one record 9 different ways off of one song, nigga. Y'all just gotta know how to own all y'all shit. They don't even teach the artists this. We could do a whole seminar on this type of shit, bro, and get paid. Hold on, let me light this bleed.
Okay, here we go. I got it. Had to find this joint. This picture right here, I picked this picture up on purpose. Like, I'm gonna show y'all this. Let me see. Where this joint?
Clouds, nigga.
Here we go.
And you used to smoke back then, did you?
Yeah, you know, that used to be a weed head for real.
Smoke. I wasn't even smoking. Guess what I'm doing now though.
And I don't even smoke like that. It's crazy.
I smoke big, nigga. I gotta smoke, nigga. I keep half a pound, nigga. Pound, nigga. What?
This right here. I chose this picture on purpose because this the big U that I was running with. I was running with this one. This ain't the same one that you see on the news and all that now.
Yeah, that nigga look treacherous still though. Them glasses.
This is the nigga that we was running with right here. It was this one. It wasn't the one y'all seeing. He was like this one. You know what I mean? So I picked this picture on purpose because I was like, yeah, that's him right there. That's like, I kind of knew I was running with somebody that was dangerous, but you know, I felt like as long as I move correctly, ain't nothing gonna happen. And that's one thing. He never put his hands on me. You know, like he never really had to threaten me either. One time he asked me to do something, and I was like, nigga, I'm not doing that. And that nigga looked at me the same way in this picture. Yeah, he looked at me the same way in this picture. He said, "You talking like it's a choice." Like,
if you knew better, you do better. If you do better, you do better. Oh, check it. Hey, she be popping up. You know, pop up.
I had to get the fuck up on out of there, man.
Yeah, LA is a different place, man. Especially back in them days, though. In the early 2000s, when niggas fresh out of feds. See, these niggas went to jail in the 70s and the 80s, and they getting out in the 2000s, my nigga. So he was one of them niggas. He already put in that work.
Just the way that he was moving, and I guess you can say for that year, the way we was moving, I wasn't on the same time as him, but I guess you could say I was on the same time with him because I was always with him. But you felt that, like, I didn't know the pre-story of him and nothing like that. But being with him, I saw that, like, yeah, it's like he was out trying to prove something, but I didn't know what it was he was trying to prove. You see what I'm saying? You can literally feel the aura around him where he just felt like the whole city owed him. Like, I ain't even talking about like outsiders. I'm talking about first the gangs.
Bro, like, I got stories. Listen, I got stories about him. This nigga put up on Lil Wayne and game video shoot, right?
Yeah.
And he came with the goons, nigga. Guess who he looking for?
Lil Wayne?
Top Dog.
TDE?
Yeah, we could do a whole story about this separate. You could do a whole thumbnail. I was there. I'll tell you
now. Because since you're talking about it, let me tell you what people can do. Since you're talking about it, somebody can clip this. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you want to just leave it like this and talk about
it's this? Up to you, bro. You supposed to have the expertise. You my big dog. You feel me? I'm gonna follow your lead. I got the story because I was there. And when I was there at the video shoot, and the nigga Big U came to me and asked me where Top Dog at.
No, stop. I'm gonna do an upload about it.
Stop. Yeah, do an upload, nigga.
I'm gonna do an upload about
it. We can run it up.
I'm gonna do an upload because I got Top Dog in my algorithm heavy. I'm gonna do an upload.
And it's
I'm gonna do an upload. As a matter of fact, that's gonna be my next video.
Top Dog is from my hood, nigga. He from the Nicholson Gordon. That's my hood, nigga. Nicholson Gordons, nigga.
This is what we gonna do. This is what
that's my hood, nigga. I'm in the hood more than blood, probably East Side, but it is what it is. But I was there for that story, Y'all
what we
gonna
gonna do.
laughing y'all ass off.
I'm gonna end the live stream, right? And then after I end the live stream, you can just come on here and tell it, and I'm gonna record it. And
All
then
right,
I'm gonna
do that. Yeah,
I'm gonna make a movie out of it. You know how I get down.
I'm gonna make it sound like a movie. You know how I get that. I'm
gonna make it a movie out of it. Hey, your homegirl said, give us a Nipsey and Lauren story.
All right, so one time Nip and Lauren was in the studio with us because really he don't like women in the studio, period. He don't give a fuck if that's his bitch or whatever. But one time she was in the studio with us, right? Me, you and your girl, y'all do whatever y'all doing. You feel me? I'm not gonna be in y'all business. You know what I'm saying? But I already met her or whatever. She wanted to hit the weed with us. Feel me? So they left, they came back. I rolled a big ass blunt, Rastafari. You know what I mean? And then he didn't even want to hit the blunt. I got the footage of that. I was doing a live and he walked in. You feel me? But you know what I'm saying? That was just that was a funny moment right there.
That she hit the blunt and he didn't want to hit the blunt.
No, she didn't want to hit the blunt either, but usually she smoked with us though. But he was like, I'm gonna come back.
Wait a minute, after you rolled the blunt, neither one of them wanted to hit the blunt?
Nah, they wanted to take my blunt. They wanted my shit. I rolled him one for them, and then I rolled me for myself. And they wanted my shit. And they shit was way bigger and bad. You feel me? I'm like, nigga, shit. And they gave me the blunt. I'm like, hell yeah. I said, bro, you ain't gotta smoke it all. Y'all can hit it and put it out. And
this is crazy. I never known you to be a smoker, nigga. You was never a smoker, my nigga.
You know why? Because of him, though. I started hanging with him, nigga. That's a whole nother. I could tell you that segment in a segment where the nigga Big U came on the video shoot.
Yeah, no, we gonna talk about that, nigga. I'm about to do a whole. I'm gonna end this live stream soon, and then you gonna tell it, and then like I said, I'm gonna edit it and put a whole movie behind it. I'm gonna turn that motherfucker into a movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through the I got the stylist on deck, man. I'm gonna go. The costume director gonna get me right. It's gonna look like a whole nother time.
I mean, you did tell me some stories about not Schoolboy Q. You told me some stories about the top dog, nigga. You did tell me that. Like,
hey, bro, that one is crazy because your boy is involved. They involved. You feel me? Like, and I don't think nobody ever put the story out, but it happened. It is what it is. Like, I got a million.
Oh, we about to do this after this live stream is over. We about to do that.
Yeah, for sure. I'm with it. They
say, do you have any Schoolboy Q stories?
I rarely even seen Schoolboy Q because most of the time I'm in the hood when like I've been around Kendrick a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? J-Rock a whole lot. J-Rock from my line.
Yeah, I know you know J-Rock. I don't know J-Rock. I know you was telling me about J-Rock. You was like, yo, you told me I should do a song with this nigga.
Yeah, the nigga that I was around the most was J-Rock and Kendrick though. Schoolboy Q, I can't really say too many stories about him because he is from like he fuck with the ops. Not saying he out, but I'm saying he fuck with the hood. The Hoovers fuck with the Gray Streets. My hood don't fuck with
Kendrick?
Talking about Schoolboy Q.
Schoolboy Q, okay.
So this is why I wouldn't know, because I'm not gonna be hanging around him because his hood fuck with my enemies. You feel me? So I ain't gonna know no strength because I ain't about to be hanging around that nigga. So that's on that. You did. But Kendrick is he would affiliate with the blood niggas, even though he ain't banging blood, but he around the blood, so he'd be more in the hood. You dig?
My nigga, I missed out on the opportunity because I saw you had went to his concert in Nickerson Gardens. You could have live streamed that shit for me, my nigga.
I said I'm gonna do what I want. You could have came. If you was out here, I would have took you right through.
No, my nigga, I would have sent you some bread. You could have live streamed the concert for me.
Bro, it would have been crazier if you was here doing live streaming it yourself, nigga.
Yeah, I'm about.
I got the juice out here, and I do what I want to do in the city, nigga. I'm on me now, though. I was always helping niggas. When you remember me, what I was doing, helping niggas, right? I wasn't helping. I wasn't doing no shit for myself.
Yeah, I feel you.
So now
I'm gonna be back by the summertime.
I'm about to go crazy on niggas.
I'm gonna be back before the summertime. My boy got a big job for Disney.
Yeah,
so he was like, man, come back to LA. I'm gonna take you to Disneyland.
Hey, I need you to do that time to deliver the video because you was right there. You was right there with me, you know what I'm saying, in my little transition too. Well, I was always helping video for you. And then start doing shit for myself. You know what I mean?
If you can hold off to the summertime, I can shoot it for you. I'm gonna be out here until I'm gonna be out here until maybe June at the latest. at the late. I'll probably be back before that. I'm gonna probably move back to Jersey, but you know
Even
me,
if
man.
I-
It's
yeah,
like, I can hop on a plane, come to LA like it ain't nothing, man.
Yeah.
And I owe LA another trip. Everybody I've been talking to this last week, all been LA folks, man. Everybody been telling me, man, come back and kick it with us for a moment. So I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back to LA.
As long as I can come to you and I can fly you out here. Listen, as long as I blow my song up, because I own everything on it. I own everything, nigga. They not gonna even teach you the shit I own, nigga. If I told you already how much the cents, how much per play?
Yeah, you told me.
That's just one. That's one. It's 9 of them. I learned that shit nigga, online, being on YouTube, learning like from the white people that been in the game forever. They spilling, they giving us the spill, my nigga.
Right.
And I'm smart. So I take the spill and I purchase everything with my own money. And it only be like $100 for this, under 100 for this, but this shit is meaningful. You need that, bro. Before you drop one record, before you drop a song, you need all this shit, bro. Because you're gonna be rich as fuck, bro, if you do it the right way. And I'm doing it right now.
Oh no, we gonna talk some business after that. We definitely gonna talk about this
Bro,
top
it's
dog
like,
shit.
bro, this shit
Matter of
crazy.
fact, let's do this.
It's life changing, dog.
Let's do this.
Dog.
Any of y'all got any questions in the comment section? We answer a couple questions and then we just gonna call it a wrap.
Yeah, 5 days, March 30th, man. Time to deliver, dropping everywhere. E-Dollar, y'all see it? ES, E-Dollar, that's me. That's what I go by now, but everybody call me Prosper. You know what I'm saying?
I met this dude, man.
He gave me the name Prosper too, though. He gave me that.
Yeah. I gave him the name Prosper, man.
He gave me that.
I met this dude, and like he's helped me out immensely. I met a lot of people through him. Shit, I went to Michael Jackson's house because of this nigga. You know what I mean? Like I didn't meet Michael. I saw him. I didn't meet him though.
Yeah, being there, being somewhere that nigga spirit being. So that's to me, that's you feel me. That's as close as it's gonna get.
Yeah, me and this nigga used to go to church together. All of that.
Hell
Man.
yeah,
I've been knowing you. I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, man, I've been knowing this nigga more than half my life. Flat out.
Jesus Christ.
I've been knowing you more than half my life.
I was in high school, nigga. Yeah. Been
But,
more solid than my real family, nigga. I can talk about him. You remember my cousin Coleon, huh?
Yo, what happened to Coleon?
Coleon in jail, man. Nigga in jail, pimping and pandering. That's my nigga though, but I ain't like that. He was from 6-0. Look, he was claiming 6-0, and then real 6-0s didn't even know him.
Didn't you say he got jumped or something? Like I remember Coleon, man.
No, man, but that nigga was, man, that's my blood though, man. But he got
that nigga used to be doing that crip walking shit. Like,
yeah, that nigga, he used to be at the club. Remember, we used to go to the clubs. He had the juice on the clubs.
Yeah, he had the juice on the clubs. Nigga
he
knew how to
get his in. He used to take me. You feel me? He had the juice, but he used to try to get over though.
Nigga, I remember you let me he said, why do I feel like Nipsey ain't like me if he invited me to do it? So this is what it was. New York,
he just feeling like that. That nigga Nip ain't had
no. It wasn't that serious. I felt like he was jealous of me. And the reason why I feel like that, I'm gonna be wild.
I don't think so.
Well, no, let's just be real. Nigga, I knew how to flow. I knew how to fucking rap.
Yeah, you was just New York and you was just competitive, dog. And your confidence is through the roof. Like
it wasn't like
they can't tell you nothing. They can't tell you nothing. You knew everything.
Yeah, at that time I probably was like that.
Yeah,
at that time,
you didn't give a fuck, and you was ready to fight. You ready to do whatever. That's how your mentality was. But niggas liked that.
It was really like 2 alpha. It was really like 2 alpha.
We didn't say it. We liked it though. That's why you was able to come around, nigga. Niggas couldn't be around certain houses and know where we live at. Like, bro, shit different. Oh, you should.
Good to see Prosper doing things for himself. He was always helping at all Sam and Nip shops.
Yeah, man. About that, you know.
I'm gonna tell y'all what though. Why he here? I'm gonna tell y'all why he here. Real talk. Prosper
that's my dog
had
right
a lot
there. Blondie Perkins.
to do.
That's my dog right there.
Prosper is not the Prosper is not the I ain't gonna say he the main reason why Nipsey do his thing, because that wouldn't be fair. But Prosper had a lot to do with Nipsey. Because I know y'all was going to events together. You know what I mean?
Nigga that told him he needed to come outside and network, because I was already networking.
Prosper got a lot to do.
Signing Russell Simmons and nigga, I was already doing this shit.
Prosper don't even have to say nothing. I can tell y'all he got a lot to do with Nipsey being put on. You know what I mean? And I'm also tell y'all something else. So do Big U. Like I don't know where the whole, because once again, y'all, after a year was enough for me. I got the fuck up on out of there. But I don't know what happened, you know, between Nipsey and Big U. I was there when they first started to do business together. One famous story that me and him have is Big U took me up to Capitol Records. I went to Capitol Records, right?
I like the movie though.
And we sitting there chilling. He talking about getting Nipsey a deal and shit like that, right? And then I'm gonna say after about a half an hour while we was up there talking at Capitol Records, I'm wilding out because at this time I had lived in LA like 6 years, and when you live in LA, you see the big Capitol Records building. So I always saw the building, but I never
been in that bitch.
I never been in that joint. So I ended up going into Capitol Records with Big U, and Big U was talking to some white ball dude. And then like after half an hour, Nipsey and Prosper come in. I didn't even know they was on their way. You know what I mean? After about a half an hour, they both came in there. So I will say this: I don't know what happened between Big U and Nipsey. Like I know. I mean, if you want to say something, go ahead and say something.
All right, so look, so this goes back to remember we was at his house in the basement,
right?
And the nigga got on Nip.
I wasn't. You was.
I'm just saying. I'm talking about Big U though.
Yeah.
He was on Nip about like, damn, how that nigga Prosper? Like I told you, Prosper knew where I stayed and yada yada yada. So I told him like, damn, you think I ain't loyal or something? He's like, from this point on, we can't do no more business because I don't know where you stay at and you don't know where I stay at. He said, but now you welcome to the house. You can come. You already been here, so now you come and it's nothing, right? So when me and Nip left, this when Nip nigga opened up, nigga told me everything. He said he ain't fucking with Big U no more. He cutting him off. Big U tried to sign him not 10 years, 20 years. Everybody's about 10 years. No, he said 20, nigga. He told me 20. And he said, I'm only gonna give that nigga 3 years of management. And he feel like he ain't done nothing for him because every play that Nip make, Big U, they had to eat off of it, 10%, whatever. And he said he don't think that's fair. And like, if y'all ain't making the plays, how y'all gonna eat off of the play if y'all ain't make it? And that makes sense to me. He said, but if you make the play, you eat. But if you don't, nigga, how's you eating? She said, after 3 years, I'm done with you, nigga. You feel me? And then he was done with him after 3 years, and that's when the fight started. The fight started because he was trying to get some equipment back, the studio equipment. Nip wasn't tripping on that, but you still mad the nigga got cut off.
You know what? That's one thing I figured out. When I heard that story about him taking the equipment, that's the first thing I figured out. I figured out that it ain't about that.
It wasn't, but it wasn't, bro.
It wasn't. It wasn't. That was a control part because it's like this. If a nigga don't like you,
guess what happened to the equipment? Let me tell you what happened to the equipment though.
What happened to
the equipment? The equipment got taken by the police, nigga. The Nip house got raided. I was there for the raid, nigga. The police took the equipment, nigga.
I heard about that.
Yeah, me and his baby mama China was there, and Nip. And I'm saying I went to jail that night too. And then Black Sam, he was telling me like he don't bail me out, and I was like, nah, don't bail me out because I'm gonna be in and out, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But they came and took the equipment. They told me we got to come back for receipts, nigga. Come back with receipts in order to get the equipment back. We didn't have no receipts because niggas was doing shady deals on how we even got the equipment. So, bro, that's what it was, nigga. That's what started it.
That's crazy, nigga. That is fucking crazy, my nigga. Damn. I when I heard that story, like, cause I know when niggas be having beef and shit like that, when niggas don't like another nigga or whatever, they'll mask it with their actions and act like it's that, and it's like no. You had a problem with me, like, and that when I saw that when he was
like, wait for any little thing to take and add on.
There you go. There you go.
We got an entryway. We're gonna use that to maximize.
Right.
That shit is minimum, but fuck it. We hating the nigga anyway. We need that.
I ain't gonna go too deep into it, but I got into it with somebody not too well. They got into it with me on some dumb YouTube shit only because niggas start to blow up on here. You can't take everybody with you. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas designed to hate you, especially if they think they know you or think you feel me, but they're not putting the work. They're not waking up. They're not taking the actions you taking, my nigga.
There you go. That's what it's about.
They're not pulling your pants down when you gotta pee, nigga. Tell them, are they helping you take a shit? Are they wiping your ass when you shit? I don't want to hear it.
You got it. You got to figure it out. You got to 100% figure it out. And then when shit don't work for niggas, like it worked for you, then they try to cause some type of controversy and say, I'm doing this because it happened. No, nigga, you got a problem with me. If you got a problem with me, you got a problem with me. Don't blame it on this. Or say it's because of that, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. If you don't do something, I'm getting into some other shit. Never mind. I'm getting into some other shit. Nigga.
You remember you asked me the last time I seen Big U, right? The last time I seen him was at the mansion. I didn't know how it was gonna go, right?
Right.
The nigga gave me my props, bro. I swear to God, I was in awe. I was because I didn't know he was trying to talk shit or what, but that nigga gave me my props in a room full of people, nigga. He made me feel like I was King God, my nigga.
Well, I would figure something like that
damn.
because if when he see you, he see part of Nipsey when he see you.
Yeah, that's what he said. He that's the first thing he said. He said this man right here, he was with Nipsey every day, and he a whole blood nigga, and he was in our hood, and he wasn't turning down nothing. He was saying this. I'm just like, damn. I'm like this. Like
yeah, that's
like,
that's the good.
I couldn't believe it.
You gotta,
the little ugly meme, the little ugly nigga with the little. That's all I was, blood. I was stuck.
Nigga, you had a chance to meet the good Big U. Nigga, I'm jealous. Nigga.
But you said it though. You said, yeah, he was at that point. He had his pockets was like little babies, nigga. 4 pockets full, nigga.
Yeah, you met the good
nigga. The mansion he came to, he was extorting that nigga.
Where he was at?
Yeah, that nigga got to pay. He not from out there. That nigga from New York. And he was getting a bag. Nigga had that big ass mansion, bro. The mansion was big, bro. You could go online and research the mansion. It was the biggest mansion in the Hollywood Hills.
And he was making that nigga pay for living in there?
Yeah, hell yeah. You gotta pay a fee. He getting the bag for doing whatever he doing. He had bitches stripping. He had a lot of shit he was doing. The nigga from New York. I could tell, I don't want to put nigga business out there. I ain't gonna say his name, but you know what I'm saying? Niggas that know, they know. But he had lined up, you know what I mean? Different income streams. You feel me?
Right.
I don't know. And that nigga Big U must have figured it out and found out. I know he was out there in LA doing some shit. And nigga, that's when I seen the nigga, bro. And I know if he here for some money, bro. He don't just be outside for nothing.
Yeah, that's him.
Come on, you know the nigga. He want the bag. He gonna get it. He gonna ring it out of a nigga like this. Oh, he gonna ring it out. If you get some money and he around you getting some money, guess what? The nigga had the pounds. The nigga, you feel me? So
I ain't even gonna lie.
He know I ain't gonna talk.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I was talking to my boy yesterday. We had a good laugh. I told him, I said, the video I did about Big U, that's my best video I ever did on YouTube. This is what I mean. I captured.
Which one? The old one?
No, this last one I put up 2 days ago.
Oh, that
it
one.
Has, it has the biggest duration. Put it like this: they got this thing on YouTube called average view duration. That means like the average viewer. So that video I did, it has a 14-minute average view duration, right? So I told my boy, I was like, yo, that video I did about Big U is pretty much my best video I ever did on YouTube and shit.
Only gonna get better.
He's like, how you think Big U would feel about that? I was like, you know what? If that nigga, because the thing is, he got access to it. He probably gonna see it if he ain't seen it already. If I told him that's the best video I ever did on YouTube, what he'll probably say is, oh yeah, how much you get from that, nephew?
Nigga need his percentage.
He wouldn't even say that.
Percentage right
he
there.
would just say, how much you get from that, nephew? And
how much you accumulated from that, my boy? I need in. I need
you to be like, all right, I'm gonna put something on your books. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit crazy, man. Anyway,
nigga ain't with you. Yeah, nigga ain't with you, but nigga ain't against you. Nigga like, you feel me?
I would tell him this. I would say,
hey, nigga, you give me exclusive. If you give me exclusive interview, I don't think so. You know what I heard? This is what I heard. When Nip and Big U had to get down, they went to the shop or whatever and did they shit. And I heard Black Sam fired on that nigga Big U and dazed that nigga, BH Nickerson's. Because I wasn't there, but my boy told me this. Somebody that was like this with Nip. Me and Nip was like this, but it was somebody that's on the label, signed artist. And he told me himself. Black Sam fired on that nigga. Black Sam fired on Big U, bro. And Big U couldn't do nothing after that. That's where they shit.
So it was supposed to be a one-on-one between. It was supposed to be a one-on-one between you and Nipsey.
They got out. They did their shit though, but you know what I mean. Black Sam
after it was over.
Black Sam like a big brother. That's like my little brother, bro. Little tone fighting somebody. You don't think I'm gonna come sock the shit out of somebody? I'm coming, bro. I got stabbed for the nigga Mexican nigga fired on a little tone, bro. They stabbed me right here. And I still fucked over the nigga though. But it's just like it's if you ain't scared to fight, you're gonna be right up in there.
Yeah, right. Well, you already know that, man. We don't ran together. It ain't if you ain't scared to fight, it is what it is.
That's what happened. The nigga Big U got fired on and couldn't do nothing after that. Now he know if it really happened. This is what my boy told me. He's a credible source because he said he was right there. He the one who was holding Big U back from not doing nothing.
Damn.
Everybody know who the nigga is. Check me out.
So Fats didn't knock out Big U.
Nah, I don't think so.
That's what I've heard myself. I never.
Nah,
every time somebody bring that up, and when I was in LA, I always people was like, "No, that ain't true." I don't know who the fuck started that rumor.
Knocking a lot of niggas out, but he ain't knocked Big U out.
Yeah, I don't.
He did.
So
I would know. I would have knew that though for sure.
So you saying Black Sam? He snucky?
He dazed that nigga Big U for sure.
He snucky?
He ain't sneaking me. It was right in your face. It ain't no sneak. If a nigga
they had a one-on-one.
It's kind of like a one. I wasn't there. This is where I heard from a nigga that was right there in the middle of it. Saying Black Sam fired on that nigga, and he known for firing on shit.
Yeah, I heard that.
Oh my mama, he known for firing on niggas. So
I heard that about him. Yo, man, this ain't gonna be the last time, nigga. You know what I mean? You might as well get well equated with my channel, nigga, because you're gonna be on here.
Yeah, I'm
much more, especially once this case start. I'm gonna bring you on here, and I'm about to come back home. I'm tired of Asia, nigga. When I come back home this time, I ain't coming back to Asia for a while.
Listen, when you're not out here, you can use me to if I need to go somewhere and live stream. Like I was just at Rolling Loud. I could have been right there with Kai Cenat, bro. But you gotta tell me this. Now, if you're telling me this, I can go right there, bro. They're not gonna stop me. I'm already in the VIP section. I could have went right around there. Playboy Cardi performed. I was right there, bro.
This nigga still in them circles, boy. You
good at I do what I want to do. Man. If it's in LA, the Crip niggas seen me out there. I seen nothing but Crip niggas when I went to Rolling Loud by myself, me and my girl, nigga. Them niggas hugging me. You feel me?
Right.
I'm a whole blood nigga. They love me though. It's this shit is out the gangbanging shit is out the window now. It's all about who you as a man, and they know you really
rolling with you, nigga. Everywhere we went. Niggas always knew you, and I ain't never see nobody had no problem with you.
No tension, no nothing. Because I'm a get on it too, though. And I don't want to have to go to sleep and know I got problems. I gotta.
And another thing about it, where you from, it's hard to get at niggas over there. Like I told niggas this before. Like Nickerson Garden is one of the safest places you could be at because niggas is not about to go in Nickerson.
Homies to go at you though. If you
no, you're right. You're right. Well, I'd already went through some of y'all. Like, I remember that nigga Klepto tried to get me to take my jacket off. You remember that shit? I had the Bills jacket on. He tried to make me take my jacket off. I was like, nigga, I'm not about to take my jacket off. Nigga, it's cold out here.
He was hating, though.
No. He was real after that, though. He said, okay, nigga, you can come around here and kick it because you not no. He was like, you not no.
That's my boy, though. So he know you my boy, too. And I probably wasn't. You feel me? So blood hating, though. I know the real blood.
Yo, what's up with Klepto, though, man? I know he did time. He did like 10 years, huh?
Man, listen. I don't know, man. He's still alive, so that's good enough.
Say no more, man.
You feel me?
Yeah. Well, chill out, my nigga, because I'm about to shoot. We gonna do this Top Dog story. I'm about to end this live stream real quick with them.
All right. Yeah.
You got anything you want to put like any?
Listen. 5 days. March 30th. That's my birthday. My nigga Nip passed away the day after.
Hold on. Start over. Go ahead.
All right, so look, March 30th, it's 5 days away. That's my birthday. You feel me? March 30th. My nigga Nip passed the day after that. So this year, I started doing music last year. So now I'm dropping my first single on my birthday, March 30th, called Time to Deliver. It's going to be everywhere. It's going to be streaming everywhere. I need everybody's support. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to have my boy Moxy Approved to do the video. The music video for this, but I need y'all to listen to it first to see even if it's video worthy, and then y'all can come back and say, yeah, man, do that nigga video. So if it's trash, say don't do that nigga video. You dig? I'm one of them. I need y'all support and y'all feedback. You know what I'm saying? But that's where we at with it, nigga. March 30th, nigga. Time to Deliver. $. You know what I'm saying? ES. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Shout out to my boy Moxy Approved. He getting the job done. He doing what he supposed to do. This nigga one of the top. He a good actor. And that nigga on his comedian shit too, though. So if y'all sleeping, y'all need to wake up. You did.
I let them sleep, nigga. They don't even know that they fuck with one of the most talented people out there.
This nigga do all type of shit. I don't know why he stopped doing music. This nigga was dope. I'm gonna have to get him out of retirement.
You know what? I feel out of love with it. With the lyrics left.
I'm bringing him out of retirement. I don't care if I gotta pay him 100 bands. $1 million.
I'll come back. I do a song with you. I'll come back. I do a song.
and drop that shit.
I gotta
right
get
here.
ready now though, cause I ain't been flowing in a while, so I gotta like.
Man, look, it's in you. It ain't on you. You born with it, nigga. What's your birthday? Yeah. Who got your birthday? Who got your birthday?
My birthday?
Yeah, who got it? Who else you share it with?
Oh, nigga, I ain't telling them that. Look,
why
niggas will look up your Michael Jordan, but yeah.
Come on, man. Michael fucking Jordan. Stop playing with me, nigga. Yeah, I ain't gonna say nothing else, bro. I'm ready. Let's go. Let me freshen up and switch it up for the next segment.
Yeah. Hey, thank you for
March 30th is the last day of Ramadan. It's a blessed day. Oh, look, you just add on to it. I just want to add on. Keep adding on then. March 330. I love that. Them 330 numbers, 330. That shit means so much to me. So that's why we dropping it on my birthday, nigga. 330, nigga, March 30th.
Matter of fact, I ain't even show him respect. He been looking out for me. Hold on one second. I gotta
it's about to be lit. When the money comes,
I
just throw that nigga the money.
Thank you for the super chat, Hamza. I appreciate you, dogs. You always
he a big dog. He a big dog. He talking that shit. Look, he said, "Happy birthday." March 30th is also the last day of Ramadan. It's a blessed day. I didn't even know that, so I just learned something from I like him. Like, we have to. I don't know where this nigga at in the country, man, but he gonna have to link up with us, man. Pop a bottle with us or something, man.
Yeah, no. He fan, man. He been looking out.
He worthy, huh? He worthy. He bottle popping worthy, huh?
Yeah.
We gonna make niggas bottle pop. If you bottle popping worthy, we gonna make y'all niggas one of them VIPs, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Hamza. I appreciate you. But anyway, I gotta do all my drops again. I gotta get me a new intro. I gotta get me a new outro. I'm gonna get it done though. Anyway,
you can do it yourself, multi-talented.
That's another thing I was thinking is like, why am I hiring people to do this type of shit that I'm
you know how to do everything, bro. You had a camera before, bro. Stop playing with me, my nigga. You need a nigga like me around you that's gonna talk that shit and bring it up out of you.
No, it's about time. I'm coming back home real soon, nigga.
Yeah, time to deliver, nigga.
I'm coming back home real soon. Anyways, first of all, y'all ain't gonna be sitting. This ain't the last y'all saw Prosper by far. Both of us would like to thank y'all for showing up. Thank y'all for supporting. You know what I mean? I'm not doing another live stream like this. This was pretty much some of the stories I had with Big U. I got a lot more that ain't meant for online. Niggas got open cases and shit, so you know, I ain't about to come on here and tell everybody everything, but you know, it was what it was. I hope the best for him. I don't know about the young kid and his family and all that. I wasn't around for none of that. But anyways, y'all know how we like to end our videos over here at Moxy Approved, right? With that water. I see y'all here next time on Moxy Approved. And more than likely, my next video, we're going to be talking about how Big U ran up on Lil Wayne looking for somebody. We see y'all here next time.
Ooh-wee.